Hi, today I will be talking about a case study on internet use violations. First, we want to figure out what is it that we know. Well, we know that the incident takes place in a high school called Roosevelt High. Now, this high school is in a very large city in a very affluent area. Parents are doctors and lawyers with secure financial means, which means that their children have the latest fashions in clothes, newest technologies are available to them. Now, Dr. Stephen Forbes has been principal for 9 years at Roosevelt High. He is an established principal and respected by parents. 2 years ago, he was recognized as Principal of the Year, and he maintains a reputable reputation of the most prestigious schools in the state. Dr. Forbes is very proud of his work. We also know that Miss Cindy Walker was a first-year teacher last year when she was hired by Dr. Forbes to teach specialized science courses. It is November of her second year teaching at Roosevelt. Miss Walker has a master's degree and another year of postgraduate work. She isn't married and has a very structured classroom focused on academics. Now, some of her students experience high levels of stress in her classes. Parents have complained to Dr. Forbes about her stringent expectations and concern for low grades in her class. These are students taking these higher level classes that are trying to be valedictorian, salutatorian. There's a lot of competition, and Miss Walker is kind of a threat to them because she is not grading as easily as they would like, and so that has been causing some conflict. Dr. Forbes has discussed techniques with Miss Walker, but she has not successfully implemented any of them. In November, after a 3-day weekend, Miss Walker checks her email to find an unidentified message urging her to visit a specific website for her personal message. Now, what she finds is a website that has highly suggestive comments about her personal behaviors and critical comments about a rigor of her class. The site contains vulgar language, and it also has the final comment, "Who wants Miss Walker to disappear?" Well, Miss Walker quickly contacts Dr. Forbes about the site. Miss Walker is very emotional. Dr. Forbes doesn't get excited, but just simply looks for the truth. He reads the email, checks the website, contacts her again. He reassures her that he understands her concern. He continues to ask her questions about if there were any students that were upset with her before they left on vacation, who she might think it is. Miss Walker comes up with a name, Randy Franks. He is in her class and has been known to make snide comments about her when her back is turned. She also knows that he is very smart and has computer skills that other students will go to find out how to do things. Mr. Forbes reassures Miss Walker that he is just sure that this is a prank, but instead of just blowing her off, he makes copies of the email and web page and tells her that he will speak to the students in the morning. Dr. Forbes also says he will contact the district technology coordinator if needed to assist in finding out who sent the email. Now, Miss Walker is so upset that she is going to drive 3 hours to spend the night with her parents. What do we need to know? Well, we need to know who is responsible for sending Ms. Walker an email and creating a website. We need to know if the threat is valid. Is there really real danger to Ms. Walker, or is it a prank? Just a way for students to let off some steam because they are feeling that high intense stress in Ms. Walker's class, and this is a way to vent. We need to know what the district policy for internet violation is. We hope that there is one detailed out in the district policy handbook. And we also need to know who the students are in Ms. Walker's classes. What is the problem? Well, the problem is, and there are several different problems, but the problem right now is someone has sent Ms. Walker an anonymous email that links to a website containing highly suggestive comments about her personal behavior and critical comments about her classes using vulgar curse words. The final comment on the website was, "Who wants Miss Walker to disappear?" Now there are also some other underlying problems, but part of that is Miss Walker's class has created some controversy, some upset parents, stressed out students, but the main problem that we need to focus on now is the website. So what needs to happen first? Well, the first step to take would be to communicate. Notify the superintendent of the incident, review district policy regarding internet violations, and have continuous communication with Ms. Walker to assure her that the investigation is taken seriously and to keep her posted on things that are happening, so she doesn't feel like she is out of the loop or being just pushed aside, and this is just being not taken seriously. The second step would be to investigate. Talk to students in Ms. Walker's classes individually. I wouldn't bring them all in at the same time or go into the classroom. I would have them come in. I would probably start with Randy Franks or some of his close friends, and not bringing him in as thinking, oh, he's the one, he's guilty, but just to get some more information and see what is going on. At this point, we're not trying to accuse anybody of anything. We just want to see what the truth is. Work with district technology coordinator to find out more information about the origins of the website. I would also check social media sites for comments made about the website, see if anybody's even looking at this website, and if students or parents are looking at it, are they commenting on it. If the school assigns individual computers or electronic devices to students, I would have the technology coordinator check those devices for any connection to the threatening website. And I would determine if this is a real threat, and if it is a real threat, then I'm going to need to be ready to contact the local authorities and take it to that level. The third step would take appropriate disciplinary action. I'm going to meet with the parents of the student or students involved if there's more than one. I'm going to assign consequences to those involved according to the Code of Conduct, and I'm going to communicate my findings with the superintendent, Ms. Walker, and the staff. Resolution. The important thing is to reestablish a safe school setting for students and staff. This would include having the people involved with creating the website possibly meet with Ms. Walker and apologize, a staff meeting to give out correct information about the incident, because you know there's going to be a lot of talking going on, and not all information is accurate and correct. I'd meet with students and discuss the incident. They're talking about it as well, so I'd want to put that out in the open. And as a principal, be visible in the building and classrooms. What was I thinking when I read this? I was thinking, how do I begin to find out who made this website? If they're clever enough to make a website and send in an email anonymously, they might be really good at covering their tracks, and it might be very difficult to see who made this. I was thinking, how is this situation covered in board policy? And also, am I really ready to handle this if it is a real threat and not a prank? What was I feeling? I was feeling sympathetic toward Miss Walker. She's alone. She is trying to do her best. She's holding her students at high standards. She's wanting to teach them, and right now she is in fear for her life. I was kind of scared because I'm feeling, you know, what if it is a real threat and not a prank, and how to handle that with integrity, to not jump to conclusions, to not create panic. Also angry because I've been working with Miss Walker, given strategies to her, and she hadn't put any of them into place, so a little angry. I am valuing the support from the superintendent, the great rapport with parents, teachers, and students, great technology team that is very good at what they do, and a solid board policy. There are still some unresolved issues. The environment of Miss Walker's class hasn't changed. The same thing may happen again, and a student will make another website or attack a teacher using social media. Miss Walker may not be satisfied with the disciplinary action taken against her attackers and could possibly retaliate against her students, making her classroom even more stressful than it was before. And Miss Walker may still not feel safe in her classroom. The building level administrator demonstrates a sense of integrity and ethical behavior while addressing this internet issue. I thought Dr. Forbes took the threat seriously. He asked Miss Walker questions about students that may be upset with her. He didn't jump to conclusions but remained calm, focused on the truth. He reassured Miss Walker about the issue, that the issues would be addressed the next day, and he made copies of email and the website for documentation. Dr. Forbes also communicated with all the stakeholders and continued to keep the lines of communication open. When questioning students, including Randy Franks, Dr. Forbes was kind and respectful. Although the guilty party may have felt nervous, Dr. Forbes continued to treat them with respect, and he didn't jump to conclusions and create a sense of panic, but remained calm and focused on the truth. Dr. Forbes presented a personal and professional code of ethics. He's already highly regarded. He's established and respected by the parents. He is involved with his staff. He discusses techniques with teachers to help them improve instruction, and he believes the email and website is a prank, but he treats it seriously by making copies of the evidence, asking questions to find the truth, and he doesn't respond in anger, but in kindness. So that is my case study, and thank you very much.